Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to show how I cut my hair just recently due to a coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown. I've been unable to book an appointment with my regular barber that I go to here in London, so I've had to resort to cutting my own hair, and I intend to improve at this. But this is my first attempt at university. I had my haircut taken by others, or I did it myself, but it was always number one, and it was just the same length across the whole scalp. So this is my first attempt at actually styling my hair, and you're gonna see that in the video. So I used my newly bought Philips hair clipper 7000 series. I tried to get the 9000 or 5000 initially, but I didn't find that anywhere. I've posted a brief review on another video, so you'll probably see that as well. But my initial attempt to get a hair clipper failed because it had run out of stock in every shop. I did a research on what the best brands are, and Vow or Wow and Philips came up on top. So I started looking into that. I wanted to have cordless one since I knew that I was going to be giving myself a haircut, and I wouldn't be able to rely on anyone to help me. So I wanted to be able to easily move the machine around. So it had to be cordless, wireless. So I decided that it's going to be Philips as well, since they had very good reviews, and their technology of changing the number of the length size is very easy by just twisting the bezel on the hair clipper, and that allowed me to easily change the numbers as I was progressing through the haircut. I did also see some other tutorials that I'm gonna link in the description, and I found them very useful as well during this process. So yeah, please take a look and enjoy the progress. And this, please be mindful, this is an initial attempt, so don't be too critical about how it's structured. And also, this is my one of my first videos on this channel, so please be mindful of that as well. And I hope that you will find this video useful and perhaps use it in your own haircut, as we try to evolve during this crisis. I really hope that you're going to like this video, so please sit back and enjoy. I'm not going to be specific about the number of the adapter at each point of the video, but I'm just gonna give some guidelines on what I did. So I started out with the largest length that was available, which I think it's 24, so that's 23 millimeters of length. This Philips 7000 hair clipper series has 24 lengths, from half a millimeter to 23 millimeters. So I started out from the highest one, which is 2.4 centimeters, and I just wanted to go for a hairstyle which was very short on the side, or significantly shorter on the side, and just trimmed on top and styled very mildly. I didn't want to make a big change on top, so I think I ended up not even shortening my hair or trimming it whatsoever, just at the front, as you'll see in the end of this video. What I did was after I did an initial pass on the sides of my head and at the back with the comb at the largest setting of 24, I proceeded to go further down eventually And what I was aiming for is to go from bottom to top and just trim my hair slowly in different stages. And I was using my right arm and my right hand to cover the top of my head so that I could make sure that I wouldn't be trimming any hair on top in the process. And I was just going from down to up in an upwards motion and just trimming my hair. And I did, I think, 3 passes in this process. In order to produce the improvised blending, what I did was to not go to the top on the side, but just go halfway. And I tried to move the blade in a curved motion, as you can see. So that seemed to produce a good result, and I did that across the whole length on the side, and I did a few passes with that approach as well. Once I had finished with the blending, which was completely improvised, as I said, I proceeded to just trim the front of my hairline and just try to make it sharper by using the scissors, and that didn't take a long time. That was probably the easiest part as well. And then I proceeded to take some pictures. Then I proceeded with shaping the style of my neck. In order to do that, I placed my right hand on my neck with my index finger guiding the blade and ensuring that it's going to be a straight line at the back. That's the style I wanted to go for, and I just fixated my hand there, and with the hair clipper I tried to follow that guideline from my index finger and my hand. That wasn't the most comfortable position, but it really did work, and I think it's really useful, especially considering the fact that I didn't have a second mirror, handheld mirror, which I could rely on in order to see what I'm doing at the back of my head. So that's what I decided to use as a guide, and I would completely recommend it, and I think it worked out okay. And that's probably one of the last steps. Before I took pictures, I combed my hair and just styled it so that I could see whether I could notice any um, any hair which was sticking out, which I hadn't cut to appropriate length so I could trim it. I think it was fine at this point. I didn't see anything sticking out, so I was happy, and I just was ready to start cleaning up, because as you can see the mess was quite significant. One advice I would give is to use bin bag to cut it in half and just stick it on the floor, so that it could collect any hair from the trimming process, and then you could close that and just throw it away immediately without having to worry about hoovering any other hair. Of course that will be required depending on how messy it gets, but having that bin bag there on the floor is just an extra precaution to make sure that no hair is going to escape on the floor and stick anywhere else. So it really improves the whole cleanup process, and it makes it much easier. So I would completely recommend that when you do that process. Also, additionally, I'm wearing a blouse here, but if you're doing that, I would recommend you to not wear any top, so that the hair is not gonna mess your clothes, and also it starts to get really itchy. So having that on is not advisable at all. It's just here for the video, so just have that in mind when you do that. I'm really happy with the way I look, and if I end up seeing some imperfections, which I'm sure will be the case, I'll just edit on the go and try to make it work, and I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm really impressed with this. I'm really impressed. Yeah, for a first try, it's quite good, I think. From looking like a gorilla with a lot of hair, I turned into like something more decent, and I like that. Okay, I'm gonna clean the mess up, and I'm gonna edit this video and upload it, and let's see what people think about it. Well, I hope this video was useful, and feel free to leave comments and some suggestions. I will be happy to answer any questions which weren't addressed in the video, and hopefully the next one, which I'll upload at some point, will be much better, and the results will be even nicer. Alright, thank you for watching, and please leave a like if you liked the video. Thank you.